What are you doing, dude? You using a stick to hold the throttle? No. Hey. No. Get rid of that. Goofy. Abel's ripping around on the Outlaw 50, and the only reason he's not on his RZR 200 is because, well, we're gonna do some work on this thing. So there it is in the back here, eagerly awaiting some accessories. And today's the day. We're gonna get this thing all fitted out with the stuff that we got. And I think you guys already know. I think some of you have been anticipating this video, and I said I was gonna have it done, and well, it's been a little while since then, but I gotta be honest, we've been super busy. We decided to open up a 5th location, so this is gonna be our 5th diner. This one is gonna be, what's up, dude? Say hi to everybody. We're gonna do some work on the RZR 200? Yeah. On the White Skull? Yeah? You ready to get that stuff done? Heck yeah. You can ride around for a little bit. I'm just setting everything up, and then come in a little while and help me out, okay? All right, buddy. So, like I was saying, we're opening our 5th location, and the cool thing about this one is it's gonna be at the lake. So, if any of you guys are familiar with Indian Lake, that's where it's gonna be. Pretty exciting. So, we got a full liquor license on this one, so mimosa bars every day. Freaking, we're open Friday, Saturday night, DJs on Fridays, live entertainment on Saturdays. It's gonna be crazy. So, looking forward to that. So that's where we've been. I haven't pumped out a lot of videos. I apologize. We just had some other things come up and we needed to get after it. So today though, I got a little bit of free time. So we're gonna knock out the White Skull. We're gonna get it done. And some of the stuff that we got for this thing, you might already know. I did tell you, I did tell you we're gonna put harnesses on this thing. I'm not fond of seat belts, never have. It's been a big rule of mine with all the kids that, you know what, you're gonna get harnesses on your machines before anything. So that holds true with Abel. Even though we let him have that little rip, you know, which is understandable. You know, it's exciting, gotta do that for the kiddos, but it's time to get it a little safer for him. So we hooked up with, well, we didn't hook up, we bought these ourselves from Moto Armor, just because they make amazing products. You guys know, we've supported their stuff over the years on the channel. And you're probably familiar with them. I think Jeremy's got these in his, and I think Aiden might have had them in Risky Business. But awesome harnesses, and they're not too what do you want to say? Like too bulky. They're not too crazy big. So I think they're going to work out perfect for, you know, Abel size and, you know, young kids and all that kind of stuff. So we do got the Moto Armor harnesses, and we got them in black. It's going to look really good in that machine. So super pumped about that. And the other thing we got, Dragonfire right here. You guys know we've used a couple of their products before in the past. We used harness brackets on Don's General, and those worked out perfect. I mean, they make amazing stuff. Very, very incredible stuff. Now, these are not tailored directly for the RZR 200, so I'm just kind of, I went online, I did some searching, and I just looked for things that I thought I could make this work. And I felt pretty confident about these. We got this crossbar bracket. I think that's gonna work out really good. And then it's got some, you know, attachments that go on here, drop down some eyelets, hook your seat belts up to it, and you're good to go. So I'm thinking it's gonna work out pretty well. Like I said, I have no idea. I've never done this before. This is all trial and error, and I think it's gonna work. So I ordered 2 of them. I got one that's gonna mount here, one that's gonna mount here. And basically that drops down, has 2 eyelets. I should be able to attach the harnesses to the top on that bracket, and then, you know, we'll open up everything down there and attach the bottom. So I think it's gonna work out pretty good. I'm pretty excited about it. And hopefully it works out, and anybody that's interested in this, now you got a direction to go and you can make it happen. What else we got going on here? Got a half windshield, because who doesn't need a half windshield? Hopefully it's not gonna, like the top line isn't gonna be right at his eyesight. I know on my Turbo S, I had a half windshield on there, and at times, depending on the angle and direction you're headed or whatever, elevation, angles, it would be like right in my sight line. Now, I didn't really care for it too much. Maybe if you're a taller guy, it didn't matter. Maybe if you're a shorter person, it didn't matter. But for me, it was kind of cumbersome and or annoying anyways, and I didn't like it. But we're gonna try it out for Abel. Hopefully it works out good for him. And then we got a roof. This freaking thing is amazing. Now, we had previously purchased a roof from Bob's Cycle, just like we did this half windshield. And I come across something on the web, and man, I tell you what, I just fell in love with it. And I showed it to Abel, and he said, "Oh, Dad, that's fire." So we ordered that. But I'm not gonna crack into this until we get to that point. But there's the box. We have it. It's gonna be sweet. It's gonna make this thing look incredible. And I'm super stoked about it. But like I said, when we get to that point, then we'll open it. Now, we got something else over here. Let me bring you over here. Check this out. Check this out. Let me move all this junk out of here. Look at this. We got the new decals, which are gonna be fire. We got the white skull, boom, going up there on that top side fairing behind the freaking doors, gonna be killer. And then we're gonna strip the RZR logo, and we're gonna freaking drop these Lulu's off-road decals on the door. So going to look good. Super pumped about that. Abel, what do you think about your decals? Huh? What do you think about your decals? You like them? Yeah, they're gonna be sick. So we'll do that last after we get all the other stuff put on, okay? What happened? Did it die on you?
No, I got stuck.
Oh, you got stuck? Did you do some mud bogging? Did you do some mud bogging?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, dude, come on now. When you go in the deep mud. You didn't? Let's see, where you at? Oh, boy. Oh, you hit a railroad tie? Oh, snap. That's no big deal. Oh, my God. Dude, look at that guy. That's Ashton's new dog, Ruger. He's freaking crazy. Good dog, though. Oh, this ain't no big deal, bud. Look at this. Just pull it right out. Boom. Crank them handlebars. And you're free. Good? Plug that thing in. I'll kickstart you real quick. Plug this thing in. Here, hand it to me. You got it? Sweet, sweet. She's a little stiff. Oh, here. Help you out, dude. This thing smells like it's smoking, bud. Whew. She's smelling like my belt. All right, let me do it for you. Ready? Uh-oh. Usually fires up first kick. Okay. Let her eat, buddy. I think I pretty much described everything that we're gonna do today. So it's quite enough for now. We do have some ideas for some other things in the future, but that's not what today is about. So I'm gonna put this thing down. I'm gonna unpackage some of this stuff, and we're gonna get after it. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna do here is we're gonna remove this center console area right here, and it's just a matter of a few push pins is what I'm seeing so far. So you got 3 back there, 1 right there. Sorry about the lighting. And then it looks like 2 more. And it looks like this panel actually goes under this top piece. So I'm thinking once I get these push pins off, I can squeeze this and pop this out. If I can, that'd be amazing. So trying to put these harnesses in without removing the seats. So I'm gonna work on this a little bit and just check and see. And I'll let you know if that's gonna work out or not here in just a second.
Just a few minutes later.
All right, well, we're not gonna get away without taking these seats out. So bum deal on that, but still not that big a deal. It's just a couple bolts. Thing pops right out. I'll go ahead and show you guys how to do that. I got my ratchet, 10mm socket. You're gonna slide the seats forward, and then you'll see these 2 gold bolts right there, 1 right there. Go ahead and take those things out, and then what you're gonna do is slide the seat back. And once that's done, it gives you the ability to see how this thing's in there. And it literally is right there. You're gonna bump the seat back after those bolts are out, and this seat will just come right out. So not a big deal, super easy. All right, so we got them seats out, and that's just gonna make everything so much easier. I should have probably just did that right from the get-go, but it is what it is. I basically removed all the push pins around the center console, and then I removed this one here, and then these 2 back here under the seat area, and did the same thing on the driver's side. And that's gonna make everything just easy to flex. I can lift this thing pretty much right on out of there. And I will tell you, if you have one of these, it's gonna make your life a heck of a lot easier. You can literally pick one of these up for 15, 20 bucks at any of your auto stores. So yeah, super tool. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and lift that out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and unbolt all the original seatbelt hardware. And then you got the retractable box trapped behind here. What I did was I just removed this push pin, and I was able to flex this enough and push that back that I was able to bring this box basically right between these two panels. So got that done. Really just took me a couple minutes, so no big deal. I'm gonna do the exact same thing on the driver's side. I got this kit, bolt and nut kit, and literally I'm just gonna grab 1/2x13 nut and bolt, and then that's what I'm gonna use to install the bottom of these harnesses. So just wanted you to know, just in case, so you don't get to this point and say, shoot, I don't have the hardware to mount that part. But I mean, you could definitely use that if you wanted to. But I like these. They're grade 8. They got a flange on them, super tough. Put a little bit of Loctite on there and we'll be ready to go. I've already taken the bolt out of the driver's side clicker. Now what you're gonna find is you're gonna have a wire coming from that, and that's gonna go down to this connection right here. And what this is basically just a connection saying that the seat belt is connected and the driver's safe and all that good happy horse shit. So you got two options really as far as removing this and putting harnesses in. I've seen some people basically leave this attached, move this out of the way, zip tie it, I don't know, zip tie it down here somewhere where it's not going to affect anything. Obviously you want to make sure you can move everything around and not going to have any issues. And if you do that, just take some scissors, cut your strap on both sides, take this, plug it into that thing, zip tie it down here, and you're good to go. The machine's always going to know the seatbelt's on and you're solid. So that's one thing you can do, or you can purchase one of these. And pretty inexpensive, honestly. I'll put a link in description. A couple people sell these things, but yeah, literally, you're just gonna unplug this, plug this into here, and then you can just remove this completely. And it's just gonna let this machine know, you got your seatbelt on. So I will say, if you decide to do this, understand that the machine is always going to think your little one has its seatbelt on. So just be aware of that, all right? I'm gonna go ahead, connect this, boom, voila. Always got a seatbelt on now. And then, what I'm gonna do, just gonna zip tie this to this wire so it's not bouncing around. Come on. Boom. So I get that tight. It's not going anywhere. Trim this. Boom. There you go. Perfect. For you that are not familiar with the Moto Armor harnesses, these things are freaking amazing. So basically, you open up the box, you got your harness. Look at them. They're so clean, so nice looking. Everything about them. I love them. And another thing for the kiddos, which I think is amazing, is that it's a traditional style seatbelt clamp. What's up, Bo? What's up, dude? Huh? You like them harnesses? He just knows the freaking camera. All right, duder. But yeah, so it's gonna be so easy for your little one to get used to this. They're probably already used to it. So very nice, super simple. It's just gonna make using it that much easier. So very cool. I really, really, really like them harnesses. And with that being said, I'm just gonna go ahead and get these things attached. Once you get all your lower harness bolts attached, everything's tightened down and ready to rock. Don't forget to get all your push pins back in. But before that, you wanna make sure you put your center console back in. And I wanted to make sure before I told you this, but you do not have to run your harness straps through this before you go ahead and bolt them down. It's going to be a lot easier without that in the way, just fumbling around with it. So I basically bolted the centers down, center lowers, and then just fed the entire belt through these holes. Not that big a deal. Just got to move it around a little bit. You can get the whole entire thing through it. So I'd take that route, and I'm going to do that on the other side. Get this stuff all buttoned up, get the seats back in, and then we'll get on that Dragonfire top harness attachment. I was looking at this and I'm like, man, that's a pretty good gap. And you can see through there, and there's a potential for a bunch of mud, dirt, and debris, rocks, whatever to come flying through there. So I'm like, man, I really want to put those rubber things back on there. Dude, where have you been? Well, I thought you were my helper. I've been waiting this whole time. You just freaking got off the quad and we're gone. What have you been doing?
I'm gonna play GTA.
Oh my gosh. Right on. All right, well, he's just gonna let me finish the workout. That's fine, whatever. But anyways, what I was getting at. So I wanted to put those rubber boots back in there to make sure that, you know, we could stop any debris that we can. So obviously, the rubber boot is this here. You can see the opening cut in there, which was fine for, you know, the clicker coming through there. But for our harness to come through there, it's really not wide enough. Now you could just force it through there and it just crunch it up and it'd be fine, no big deal. I'm sure it would work, not a big deal. But what I did is, and you can tell the difference on this one, I widened it out so the belt can actually slide through there. And what I did is, one sec buddy, what I did is I just took a Dremel and literally just freaking zit, zit, drilled it out because you didn't want to cut it. I was thinking about, well, I'll just cut it and open it up. But when you cut it, you pretty much leave the potential for it to continue to rip. And I wanted a rounded end on each side. So I just ran the Dremel across it. Got hot enough, started melting, and gave me a perfect line. And belt's gonna fit through there. It's gonna block that off. And I'm super stoked about it. We got the seats back in. Abel, thanks for all your super help, dude. You're awesome. Appreciate it. I will tell you guys one thing. Be careful when you go to put the freaking bolts back in behind the seats. I roached one. It was freaking just mashed up. I thought I had everything centered. It went in crazy and it just freaking demolished the threads. So basically drilled it out and what are you doing? Drilled it out and I put a freaking new nut and bolt in there. Not a big deal. Every other one went fine. Just make sure literally putting the seats back in was the hardest part of this entire project so far. So as Abel's trying to distract me and hit me with some kind of fountain stick, I'm gonna keep on moving on. So this is what's gonna bring us to the Dragonfire harness bracket. So just so you guys know, these are 1.5 inch. Right there is the part number. If you want it, it's a 2-piece design and it's a really nice deal. So anyways, what we're gonna do is, and I wanted to make sure I had the seats on first before I did this, we're gonna take this and we're going to position this perfectly centered on the back of the seat. That way the harnesses come up evenly and attach to the bracket. So I'm gonna go ahead, get those two bolted on, and then I'll come back, show you what those look like, and then I'll show you the hardware for the Dragonfire bracket and how that works. We got one of these on already. Do yourself a favor, grab yourself a 30 seconds Allen head on a socket. I was using a 3/8 ratchet, but I changed it to 1/4 inch just so it wouldn't start hitting that bar and stuff. But yeah, I usually tighten the centers down and then I snug the sides up to it just so that, you know, because sometimes you tighten one up and then these all loosen. You tighten these up, then these loosen. So I brought the fronts all the way to the top of the threads right there. Got them all nice and crossed so I didn't have to mess with the fronts. And then I just tightened the back down as tight as I could. Didn't want to go too crazy, but definitely want to make sure it's tight all the way across. I feel pretty good about this. So I'll go ahead and get the next one on. We'll get the hardware on here and we'll pretty much button up these harnesses. So getting close, can't wait to see them. We'll get Abel in here, we'll size them up, show you guys what it looks like. What's up, buddy? What's up? Not much, man. Thanks for coming out here and giving me a hand. Abel was supposed to be out here and he just rolled out. Yeah, he was like, I got more important things to do. So, whatever. I guess safety is not that important to Abel. Yeah, this is the bag of stuff you're going to get. I'll dump this out and show you. So, there's your eyelets, you want to call it. There's the hardware for that. But you're also going to get these. They're super cool. You're basically going to take off. Well, Aiden already did it. I'll show you on this one. So, here's the stock hardware on the Moto Armor harnesses, and which is perfectly fine. If you're gonna bolt this to something, perfect, you know, not a problem at all. But what's cool about this is Dragonfire gives you these and you can click them on and off. So if you gotta take the seat out or something like that, you can just unclick these and get the harnesses out of your way, and it's super cool. Anyways, you're gonna notice from the last second that we were on here that this bracket was flipped and facing down. Aiden realized it really wasn't going to be the best scenario, so we ended up taking it apart, switching. All right, guys, I just got to laugh. I freaking already put these freaking brackets on once, came back on here, told you I switched them. Well, let me tell you, that wasn't good enough either. So that's what happens when you're doing something for the first time and you really don't have any directions on how to do it or what's going on. I didn't like the way that those straps were going to hook on there, there was going to be metal banging all over this crossbar, and definitely didn't want to hear that. Didn't want Abel to have to hear that. So I unbolted them again, turned them down like this right here, and right here. Let me get you in focus here. Right here, and I like it a lot better. So basically, the harness is coming up, and it basically just hooks right there. Super cool. And if you need to take them off, it's so easy. And this way, they're pulling down. Abel can tighten them down around his shoulders, and yeah, this is gonna work out really good. And these things are really stout. I feel really confident that these aren't gonna spin. I mean, I tightened them up quite a bit. I use Loctite, and just know, I mean, there is probably a point where you can go too far with these screws, so just don't go too crazy, but make sure they're snug, all 6 of them, all the way around, and go maybe just a little bit more, but use your discretion when doing that. But yeah, so far, it's looking really good. Harness is coming around the seats right here, as you can see. I think I need to go find Abel, get him in here, and I'll get this thing adjusted, and we'll show you what that looks like. What is that? You got a high chew, dude? Things are amazing, babe. Oh my gosh. Chew that thing up before you choke on it. Check these harnesses out, dudes. Look at these freaking things. Look at this. Just, boom, tighten up your boy, your daughter, whatever you got. But dude, I'm telling you, Moto Armor coming through with a banger on these things. They make amazing products, and they're fire. And so is this Dragonfire harness adapter, dude. It's so incredible. I love it. It's easy. I can pop them off, whatever. Oh, and I'll remind you, don't forget to put these nets back on if you choose to do so. I like them, so it keeps his hands in case anything else. But dude, I'm super pumped, man. The harnesses look good, and they fit the machine so perfect. Anyways, how you like these, guys? Abel, these feel good? Super good. Do you feel tight? You feel tight in there?
Feel tight in there?
Then I'll say, if not, Aiden, you can just pull that strap and just suck him to the
real tight.
Just suck him to the chair.
Are you hooked in like the roller coaster rides?
Yeah, it feels like you at Cedar Point.
Are you gonna put us go on a roller coaster?
Are you gonna take Aiden for a ride? All right, cool. Sound good?
Yeah.
Oh, you need a helmet? See, he's smart. He knows he needs a helmet. Dude's not even gonna go out without one. Smart. I'll grab your helmet. You guys can rip, and yeah, I'll do my thing.
Slow down.
Holy smokes, dude, it's ripping. Oh, he's getting it. Dude, you see what they've done to this tree back here?
Yeah.
Literally eating it. Hey, come here. Stop. Stop. Stop, stop. Dude, what do you think about this thing?
This kid's crazy.
Huh?
This kid's crazy.
Now, you feel better with the harness?
Yeah.
Maybe better than he probably does.
He is crazy.
Dude, okay, so the third time you guys came around this way, dude, he was getting it.
Dude, he is crazy.
So I ran over here and I'm like, oh, I gotta get it. And then he went real slow. I was like, dang it.
Dude, he is crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna whip him with this ball next time they come around. Boom, I got you. Oh!
You're going fast. Yeah. Oh.
You guys having fun?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? How's the harnesses treating you? Are they awesome? What do you think, dude?
Awesome.
Perfect for all ages, all sizes, right? That's awesome. They're like perfectly fitting for this thing. I love them. Yeah, get some. Aiden, good for you? Heck yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys got these harnesses in here. Makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Of course you can, it's yours. I know, dude. He's a big kid trying to steal the little toys,
Yeah,
man.
that's
It's
the
crazy.
little toy. How
So-
about you get to drive my RZR?
Oh. That'll be a video. That'd be crazy. Well, guys, I told you in the beginning this was going to be the harnesses. We were going to put that half windshield on, and then I had that big surprise. Well, that was the roof. I don't know. These guys are having too much fun. I really don't want to stop them from having fun, so I'm going to keep letting them ride around. And I guess we're just going to end this video right here. What do you guys think?
Sir.
Good idea?
Yeah.
We'll do another video on this roof. What?
Make sure
What?
to subscribe.
Yeah, that's right. Usually you do that, but you waited to the end, and that's okay. So why don't you just go ahead and sign them out?
Subscribe.
Yep.
Like the bell.
Like the video,
Yeah.
hit the bell.
Yeah. hit
And
the
don't
bell.
forget to check out.
All the merch.
That's right. Where at, Aiden?
Lulusoffroadshop.com.
That's right. That's right. So don't forget to check that out. And you ain't got your White Skull hoodie on, but that thing is fire. And you kiddies, you can go out. I said it again, dude. I always say that. You kiddos can get out there, get online, tell your parents, order you some swag.
Yes, sir.
So you guys gonna keep ripping?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, that's it from Lulu's Off-Road. That's it. RZR 200, motor armor, harnesses,
Dad,
Dragonfire attachments.
I think you should watch out.
Yeah.
Oh!
With either of you behind the wheel, I do think I need to watch out. I'm out of here before I get hit. We'll see you guys real soon.